guys, Malkuth1974 coming back at you with another tutorial. This time we're going to be covering Buildcraft pipes, a comprehensive Buildcraft pipe tutorial. So let's get started. The first four pipes we're going to cover are your basic pipes, which is the cobblestone pipe, stone pipe, gold pipe, and the wooden pipe. Now, these three pipes, the cobble pipe, stone pipe, and the gold pipe, are your basic transport pipes. These are what transport items throughout your Buildcraft world or your Mindcraft world. A wooden pipe is what is called a item extractor pipe. Basically, it's used once. You put it in front of a chest with a redstone engine or any MJ engine that you can put on it, and it will actually pull the items out of the chest or the inventory you are trying to pull out of. Let's go on how you make the pipes. They're very easy to make. All you need is a piece of glass and their respective counterpart to what the pipe is actually called. So a cobblestone pipe is one piece of glass, and 2 cobblestones on the side will give you 8 cobblestone transport pipes. The stone, you need stone and glass. For golden ones, you need golden ingots and glass. And for the wooden transport pipe, you just need 2 wooden planks and glass. So how do you set this up? Well, first, like I said, you need to put down your wooden transport pipe. And matters which one you want to use. We'll get into the difference between these in the next part. But if you want to start with cobblestone, if that's the cheapest for you to do, all you need to do is put cobblestone, and it can connect right directly to another chest or any type of inventory item. Now, just having a chest with items in it isn't going to have this pull anything out. What we need is an engine, and any engine would work. Most people start off with the redstone engines. You can use redstone engines, you can use peat-fired engine. Any MJ engine will work on a wooden pipe. So we're just going to do what you probably would start off with, and we would start with a wooden redstone engine. And then all you need is a lever. Hit the lever. Usually the redstone engines, they take a little bit while to warm up, so the longer they warm up, the faster they get, but they are only set at a certain speed. Now, as you can tell, what's going to happen is that this wooden pipe is going to pull out of this chest, and it's going to bring it down to this pipe, this chest over here. Now, if you want to make this quicker, you can actually add more redstone engines to it, and you will have and you can tell, and how it gets faster is that once the engines start moving, you can see their spacing is not as much anymore. And if you want to add a different MJ engine, usually an engine like a peat-fired engine is equivalent to many redstone engines. As you can tell, it's already, oops, sorry, I actually had it running. There we go. Now, the difference between a redstone engine and the other engine is that most of the other engines, you're going to need something to actually run it. So, meaning like this is a peat-fired engine, so it takes peat to run it. Peat-fired engines are from the forestry mod, but you can use electric engines. And what happens is, you can tell I just put 64 in there. The bigger the MJ output, the more it's going to pull at the same time. So if you have, say, electric engines on there or gas engines, you can technically pull whole stacks out at a time. When you have a redstone engine, you only can pull one piece at a time, which is the big difference between that. Now let's talk about the differences between the pipes. These are cobblestone pipes, these are stone pipes, these are gold pipes with stone pipes. Now, what gold pipes do is that they speed up the system. And the way that the new Buildcraft works is that you need actually more than 2 pipes for it to actually get to full speed. You can actually run the whole length of this with a gold engine, a gold pipe, and it will keep speeding up. But most of the time, 3 at certain sections will increase the speed of the piping system. And I have yellow things in here, and we'll show you. We'll turn on the cobble, and I'll show you what I am saying right here. And we'll let these warm up. Now, all the wooden extraction pipes are the same speed, so those are usually your bottleneck. But as you can tell, with the gold pipes, it just made all that stuff go through that much quicker. But if you look at the cobblestone pipes and the stone pipes, they're going at exactly the same speed. And this is where people seem to be getting confused on how these are different. There's no speed difference default between a cobblestone pipe and a stone pipe. The difference between a cobblestone pipe and a stone pipe is the resistance to a speed, and that is only attached when you add a golden pipe. So this has a golden pipe hooked to a stone pipe, and as you can tell, it goes through and it just basically flies through like that. So this is why I have this one set up. This is a system set up with 3 golden pipes. Actually, I think I only have 2 here. It don't matter. It still works. Golden pipes, and we have stone on this side, and we have cobblestone on this side. On this, I actually have 2 yellow wools in each one, and I actually have a peat-fired engine running it. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn these on, and what we'll do is we'll wait right here, and we'll see the resistance difference. Cobblestone has more resistance than a stone pipe. You see how the cobble has slowed down, but the stone is continuing on? This pipe is long enough that actually these will actually get stuck in here. So when you are actually adding golden pipes to your system, you can figure out, I think it's about 15 pipes, but you can figure out where each type of pipe would slow down. So if you were doing cobblestone, you would have to have it set up just like that. But if you were doing stone pipe, you could go somewhat like that. Now that's the big difference between the pipes. You don't want to put massive golden pipes throughout your whole system because it would be too expensive, since each golden, well, 8 golden pipes is going to cost you 2 gold ingots and a glass piece. So that's how the big difference between that is. A new pipe that has just been added to Feed the Beast, and if you guys have downloaded the very newest Feed the Beast that just came out, 5.1.0, don't get confused with the old version of 5.0.1, you'll have from Buildcraft these new emerald pipes. Now, an emerald pipe is pretty simple, same idea as all the other pipes, only this takes 2 emeralds and a piece of glass, and you'll get 8 emerald pipes. What an emerald pipe is the same thing as a wooden pipe, but it's an upgraded version. A wooden pipe will pull anything out of a chest. It has no differentiation between what it is pulling out. An emerald pipe is a round-robin sorting system, basically. And what that will do is that there's no interface to one of these pipes. But if I install one of the emerald pipe, I now have a filter. Now what the filter means is that whatever's in the filter is going to pull out of the chest. So I just put those in the filter. I will hook up a redstone engine, turn it on, and it will in a second start pulling those out. Actually, I already had it on. I keep doing that. There we go. And now it's pulling out those items. And it will only pull out those items since that's what I have set up in there. It's going to totally skip over the dirt and just pull out that. And the system remembers what you put in as a filter. So if I take these out, it's going to stop pulling things out because this filter has no default mode. It means it's not going to pull anything out if there's nothing in here. So I can have an engine running on this all the time and it will not pull anything out. But the minute I add, say we're going to use dirt, I got peat in there, and we'll got signs. I'll show you how the round robin system works. Let me grab this peat signs. So we're going to have it pull out a sign, that, in that exact order. So the system is going to pull everything out in that order. That's a round robin system. There's your sign. There's the wool. And there's the P. So with emerald pipes, you can imagine all the pretty neat stuff that you can do with this. It's the imagination is up to you. You can tell it's about the same speed, item-wise, as a wooden pipe. The only difference is it's a filtered system where you can pull whatever you want out of the chest. And that is that for the emerald pipes. The next pipe we're going to talk about is the iron pipe. The iron pipe is a special pipe where it can actually cut off a certain route that you do not want items to go. And how you build that is iron transport pipe. Uses iron ingots, 2 of them, and glass gives you 8. Mostly every recipe will give you 8 of the pipes for 2 of the items plus a piece of glass. It's important to show you one important aspect of how pipes work. And all Buildcraft pipes work this way. What I have up here is set a golden pipe and some other thing. Now watch what happened. That one went down to that chest. That one went down to that chest. That one went to that chest. That one went to that chest. Now you see what happened there? What's going on is that how Buildcraft pipes work is that once it hits this junction, it's got a 50% chance of going this way or a 50% chance of going that way. It does not mean that one item's going to go that way and the next item. It's not going to sort it that way. It gives it a chance. So obviously what we've only seen 2 go this way, now 3, and we've seen about 4 go that way. But what happens if we have a system like this set up? I have 2 pipes going into the same area. Say this is a quarry, or you have a couple different quarries, or you have a couple different items coming in. Well, you don't want your pipes to start delivering to this side. We only want it to go to this side. What we need here is what's called an iron pipe. And how the iron pipes work is you hook it up. What we're going to have here is actually an issue. This is kind of important. I want to show you guys how this works. So what's going on is that all the pipes right now are closed off. To use an iron pipe, you need actually a Buildcraft wrench. Alrighty, I got my Buildcraft wrench. We can't go anywhere without this. So what happens when you click on this is that a part opens up. So this means it's closed. So anything coming from this side is going to go through first, and then it's going to find the first open pipe, and it's going to go through there. But nothing from this side is going to go this way. So what we want to do is that. Now that just happened because we'll see now that everything will start working the way it does. Now everything is going down this way. All these are going down this way, and all these are going down this way. Nothing's going back. Nothing can come back. This isn't going to have a chance to go that way, and this isn't going to have a chance to go that way. There's 0 chance going this way. There's 0 chance going this way. There's a 100% chance going this way. Now, an interesting aspect of iron pipes is that you can technically only have one destination pipe. So if I have 3 separate pipes feeding into this, they can all only go one way. Either other way is closed off. There's no way to make these go either or. Another good aspect of it is that you can actually, let's get rid of this first. You can set up a redstone signal to an iron pipe to change its direction, and you can do this manually, or you can use other mods to set this up. But every time you click on this, it gets a redstone signal. It's going to switch its destination pipe. So we're coming from here and here going to there. Redstone signal, this one's going to bounce back. This one's going to send something down this way. Nothing is coming from over here, so it's just going to stop you can use this to say that I only had one source pipe and I had two destinations. Well, I can switch them on and off like that, if that was something that suited you. Now let's say the iron pipe wasn't enough. I need to sort certain items through certain chests at a certain time to go into certain pipes. Well, the most expensive pipe you can buy for item transport is called the diamond pipe, and that is exactly what it does. Obviously the name should imply that it costs 2 diamonds and a piece of glass will give you 8 diamond pipes. Let's see how it works. Now let's take a look at here. I have 3 different destination pipes here. Now obviously if I kept this hooked up like this, we would have a problem, because obviously all 3 of these destinations equally have a 50% chance of going somewhere. And what if I actually had 3 different items? We'll use the sign, the red wool, and the yellow wool as an item. I want all 3 of these items to go to a certain area. Well, unfortunately with this setup, they're just going to randomly go wherever they go. But if we put a diamond pipe in here, we come up with a new option. These are called filters. Very, very similar to the emerald pipe, but this time they're color coded. Now each color code corresponds to a pipe. So we got this pipe that is colored white. This pipe is colored blue. That pipe is colored yellow. If I hooked up another pipe to it, we'd see it's colored green. And then there's one more that is black. You have a possible of 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. You have a possibility of 6 different areas where you can send certain items. So let's remember this color code. We got white, blue, and yellow. So to get this to work, what we need to do is set up the code. White, yellow, and blue. Now in here the white looks a little bit gray, but this is white. That's just for you guys to know. So we're going to put the yellow and the white. Notice that when I put the item in there, it doesn't actually take the item. What it does, it takes an image of the item and you get the item back. Blue. And we'll send the signs down yellow. Make sure I got this right. White, blue, yellow. Now obviously red is corresponding to the pipe that we're sending. So we don't want to send it back. So red technically, from this point of view, coming from this way, is not actually used. So let's get this thing going. And what we should actually do here is use an emerald pipe just to show the, just where we can put it through. Yeah, don't hit a pipe with a pipe, by the way. That way we can see the difference. We know it's going to pull the red, the yellow, and then the sign. Now we know blue corresponds to red. Yellow corresponds to white, which goes up. And red, yellow, and then there's our sign. White goes back there. And we can correspond it with the actual things. We got red in that one. Sign up there. And then up here. It's not going to let me get up there. Oh, that's right. Is yellow. So that is how the diamond pipe works. This can be used as a sorting system, and in conjunction with the new emerald pipe, you can have all kinds of new types of sorting systems with these. Sandstone pipe. Sandstone pipe is a relatively new pipe too, and what a sandstone pipe will do is that it will not interact with any type of machinery. And let's show you what I mean by that. Actually, let's show you how to make it first. Alright, to make a sandstone pipe we need either sandstone, smooth sandstone, or chiseled sandstone. This is an upgrade to actually sand. So you put sand together and it'll give you sandstone. And let's take a look here. Obviously it's 2 sandstones and glass, just like all other items. Let's show you how it works. Alright, now if you guys didn't know this, obviously pipes work on machines too. What I got hooked up here is a macerator, and I got a wooden pipe, and just a regular redstone engine right here. But another problem that you might run into when you're in tight spaces, I know this is really a real tight space, but I'm trying to show you guys something. If I use pipes like this, all my Buildcraft pipes hook up to that like that. Let me set it back to time here. See what's happening? What's going to happen is that it's going to feed in here, and it's just going to feed into these machines, and I don't want it to feed into these machines. So what you need in a situation like this is the sandstone pipe. Now what the sandstone pipe does is it does not interact with any machine. See how it's not hooking up? And I can get it to... You have to have a regular pipe finish the connection now, because sandstone can't connect to chest, can't connect to anything. It will not connect to chest, will not connect to anything. It's just a standalone pipe that can hook to any one of type of your pipes, but it cannot hook to a machine. So let me find my stone transport pipe, and bang, we totally bypassed all these machines and we got it hooked to where we wanted to. So that's how the sandstone pipe works. Let's talk about an important aspect of another reason how pipes work. I have right here a stone transport pipe, a cobble. Notice how they do not connect. That's another reason you might want to have stone and cobble. Remember, there's no speed difference without the golden pipes between these two pipes. They're the exact same speed. What the difference is the resistance when you have golden pipes hooked up to it, and the slowdown speed of when they get resistance. So a stone pipe has better resistance and a cobblestone has less resistance. But say you want a tight corner, I can hook these pipes up just like this, and they'll be right next to each other, and they will not interact with each other at all. But let's say you have a interesting situation where you want to go from stone to cobble. Well, how do you do that? Well, it's a little bit difficult. You got a couple different options. You can use a gold pipe to change the pipes like that, or you can go back to sandstone and do the same thing. Matters how so. If you guys are wondering how to have a piping system close together like this, that's how you do it in Buildcraft. Let's talk about the obsidian pipe. The obsidian pipe is another special pipe. What that actually does is it will pick up items not in a chest but on the ground and suck it into the piping system and send it to where you want to send. The obsidian pipe. Simple recipe: 2 pieces of obsidian, piece of glass, gets you 8 obsidian transport pipes. Let's go take a look at how these work. Alright, there's a couple special functions to this. I have no redstone engine. Does not need an actual redstone engine for this to hook anything up, and I'll show you why. Watch what happens. See how it sucks it up? A standalone obsidian pipe has basically only one. It has to land in its box. There's a bunch of ways you can do this. You could set up a water type stream. Get my source water, place it down. Actually, we'd have to change this a little bit. What we can do is go like this and like that. And remember, it's got to be in the same block. It has to land in this block. And there we go. Another thing you can do, let me clean this mess up first. Another thing you can do is that this actually will hook up to an engine. The more MJ you add to it, the more powerful it is. So let's take a look. Remember, we have to throw an item directly into it to make that work. But what happens if we hook up just a single redstone engine to it? Let's see if it'll pick up here yet. No. There it goes. So we have a, a redstone engine. It's not fully going yet. It has probably a 1 rate, except the back. Remember that. Always remember that. The back never works. Now I'm not going to get, so remember, the more engines you add, the bigger the area it will add to it. So something to always remember, but by default it will only pick up the same block that it's part of. And the last single item pipe in Buildcraft before we get to water pipes and powered pipes is the void pipe. Now the void pipe is a special pipe where it will delete any item that enters it. Void pipe, one of the only pipes I know that is totally weird, but 1 redstone, 1 ink sac, glass gives you 8 void pipes. See how those work. Now I got this simple little thing. It's already started to go through, but you add the void pipe to the end. What will happen is the items will go into there and they are gone forever. So remember that if you use a void pipe, it permanently deletes the item. He added this pipe for the sole reason that it's a lot less laggy than using, say, lava to destroy overproduction of copper, or I mean not copper, but a cobble. You want to get rid of all the cobble you don't want, or any items that you don't want that's like an overstock. Void pipe is the perfect thing. Okay guys, for our next section we're going to go through the waterproof pipes. How the waterproof pipes work is that instead of transporting items, they transport any type of liquid that is in Minecraft. Be oil, water, lava, seed oil, anything from any of the mods that support a liquid transport system, and they usually do support it for the Buildcraft pipes, will transport that liquid. How are they built? Very simple. You take the original recipe of the item, which, say, for the gold is your gold ingots, and all you have to do is add a pipe waterproof. And all pipe waterproofing is actually cactus. And you break down cactus, and it's not showing it in here, but most people get it from cactus. So easy way to do it. There is 2 supply pipes for water pipes now. Now that the emerald pipes are in, the emerald pipe is a new one. The wooden pipe is the old one. The wooden pipe is slower. The new pipe is a lot faster. It is on par with a golden pipe. You still have your cobblestone water pipe, and a stone water pipe. You have your iron water pipe, which works as the same way as the item pipe, where you can distribute it to certain areas, and your golden water pipe. Now the big difference that I've done in my testing is that unlike the item pipes, you do not want to mix gold pipes and cobblestone pipes to make it faster. And I'm going to show you why I'm saying this right now, because it seems that it will just bottleneck either way in any of these pipes, because water, instead of having resistance to an item moving, each of these pipes actually has a resistance to the speed that water will run through it. So if you're going from, say, the emerald pipe to 3 golden pipes, and then you go to the stone pipe, you just bottlenecked your stone pipe. So even though it's expensive, you're going to want to try to run gold pipes through the majority of your systems. I know it's expensive. You can still do the stone pipes and stuff for like the long distance stuff, but for quick connections from like tanks to machines, you want to stay gold and the new emerald pipe. So let's go see how these work. I have these set up right now. I started these at roughly the same point just to prove the fact that an emerald pipe with stone, that's stone, and an emerald pipe with cobble are about the same speed. I actually might have started the cobble a little bit sooner, that's why it's ahead. Alright, in this demonstration I have the emerald pipe set up here, the wooden pipe up here, 2 full tanks. Well, they're not quite full. Let me fill them up for you guys. Alright, now 2 full tanks, 2 empty tanks. Both have stone waterproof piping. Actually, we need to change this. Alright, for efficiency's sake, we changed them to golden pipes just to make the whole thing faster. Alright, so I'm going to turn on the wooden pipe first. I'll even give it a head start. Then I'm going to turn on the emerald pipe. Now remember, the emerald pipe is faster. The emerald pipe has the same speed as a golden pipe. The wooden pipe is actually slower than a cobblestone pipe and a stone pipe. And as we can tell, we're already filling up quicker over here than we are over here. So in the beginning, you know, you'd have to probably make the wooden pipes because it'd be too expensive to buy the emerald pipe. The emerald pipe costs 2 emeralds and a piece of glass. Plus, to make it waterproof, you need the cactus to make into the actual waterproofing cactus stuff to make it into that. So let's talk about one more aspect of pipes that is matching the regular item pipes. Alright, just like in an item pipe, if you want to use stone pipe and cobble pipe, they will not connect to each other. So you can have tight systems where they're close to each other like that. Same rules apply. You can change piping with a gold pipe, just like that. Just don't do them together or you'll connect like that. Iron pipe obviously will connect. Hit the wrong one. Iron pipe will obviously connect to that. How this is set up right now is that it's not really an efficient way to do it, but you know, you have two pipes going to one destination and an iron waterproof pipe. Take a Buildcraft wrench. Everything coming from here is going to go there. Everything coming from here is going to go there. Remember, it's the same idea. This means it's closed off going that way. This closed, it looks closed like that, means it's closed from going back that way. So if it comes this way, it's not going to go that way. If it comes this way, the water's not going to go that way, and the water is going to travel just like that. And as we can tell already, the wooden pipe is still trying to fill up. The emerald pipe has already filled up everything. Thought I'd just show you that before we move on to the next part of the series. Last but not least, conductive pipe. The easiest pipes to actually cover in this whole series, since there's only 3 of them. The wooden conductive pipe is the same idea as all the other wooden pipes. It's the only pipe that can actually take out the energy and place it into the other 2 pipes. The stone conductive pipe is the easiest pipe to make. It's made out of stone and redstone. We'll actually go over how you make conductive pipe, I guess. You just take a normal wooden transport pipe and you add redstone to it. Or, for stone, you just take a normal stone transport pipe and you add redstone to it. Or, golden pipe, you need the golden transport pipe and then add a redstone and you'll get you get a golden conductive pipe. Obviously it's on a 1-to-1 basis because you're only making it on a 1-to-1 basis. It's not going to give you 8 for all the different pipes. Now the stone conductive pipe, I don't ever really see many people use this. It's the worst of them all. It's got the same, I think it's got the same speed as the gold conductive pipe. The only problem is that it actually has a 5% loss rate per block traveled. So that's something to keep in mind. The gold conductive pipe, on the other hand, is it might be the fastest. I don't know if there's a speed difference or not, but it only has a 0.5% loss per block. So the difference is quite astonishing. 0.5 isn't all that much. The gold pipe can also store 1000 MJ per pipe. Alright, I have both types hooked up here. I have a Stirling engine with a wooden pipe, gold conductive pipe, and stone conductive pipe hooked up to a rolling machine and another rolling machine. We'll turn on this one first and this one. And what we'll see is a nice little blue laser light that goes through them. I've always liked this effect for them. And what it will do is obviously fill up the energy of these. Now since I have this going such a short range, you're not going to really notice the difference of MJ loss, but as you can tell, they are roughly about the same speed. So a little trick you guys can do if you're going a very short distance and you don't want to lose, you don't mind losing just a little bit. So basically using 5 here, 10, 50, so I mean I think what's going on is that if I'm sending 100, I'm losing 5% of the 100 here, so it's 95. And then 95, you're actually losing less because you're only losing 5% of the 95, so it'd be like 94, and so on and so on and so on. So I think what's going on is you're losing, it resets basically to the new number, and it's the same with this. You're only using 0.5. So long distances, you definitely need gold pipe. I usually see people use the gold pipe. I've never even built one of these pipes before. I didn't even know they existed until I was going to do this, this not let's play, but this tutorial. So that's the gist on that. That's how you build them. It's very easy to do. There is no iron pipes or anything for these. This is how they work. You don't want to loop them. Looping means going like this. Looping causes explosions, and it's probably take way too long to notice it, but we can actually see it right here. So what's happening is that it's traveling through the pipe, but it's being looped, or actually it's being stuck right here because there's a loop, so it has nowhere to go. So we can tell that that is actually getting bigger. Maybe we can actually see it blow up. I'm not going to sit here and wait for it. I'll wait until it gets a little bit bigger and I'll come back. The drama of the build-up. The drama. Blow up. Do something. Oh, you're calling me a liar now. Watch it blow up in my face. That should have blown up by now. Definitely. Well, alright. Never mind. What will happen is you'll get a massive build-up like that, and it will do nothing, obviously. Which is completely odd. Yeah. Alright. Anyway, I'll just cut that stuff out. Alright, guys. Anyway, thank you for watching this series. I hope you enjoy it. Somebody asked me to do a thing on all the builds, and my first time putting the interactive menu up on where to go in the thing. I hope that worked out well. I hope you guys enjoyed that. As always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. This is Malkuth 1974. You guys have a great week, great weekend, whatever day it is. If it's today, tomorrow, next year, we'll see you guys later.